Hey there, Squeeze Moby community, and welcome. All right, so Gian here from Squeeze Moby, and today we are live. And I want to know who's on the call today. So just give me a shout out in the chat box. Just let me know if you are in on the call today. So Anne is in. Hello, hi there, Anne. All right, and MDB360 from Texas. How you doing? All right, who's on the call today? Mark. All right, Mark. It's Mark from Texas. That's awesome. It's awesome. All right, Ireland Wilson. Wilson from Ireland. So nice. So we're basically all around the world today. All right, so you guys excited to kick this off? And if you are, and let's do this. And all right, so let me talk about it for a bit here about our guests today. So today, I'm really excited about this powerful tool because our good friends David and Jamie will show us how they were able to change lead generation. So we know that lead gen, can sometimes be, difficult. You had to send out a lot of mails, get tons of rejections before you get a good response, right? Before you get uh, a business to respond positively to one of your mailings or whatever it is that you're sending. All right, so our guests today will show exactly how they were able to revolutionize lead generation for mobile and offline consultants. All right, so it's an amazing tool that attracts businesses, and the businesses will literally ask you to help them. How cool is that? All right, so please give a very, very warm welcome to our special guests today. So our lead gen experts, David and Jamie, and I think Jamie will be presenting away. So take it away, Jamie.
Okay, thank you very much. First off, hi to everybody on live right now. Excited to be here, excited to show you what we've got here. First off, can everybody hear me loud and clear as well? I just want to make sure everybody has got me there. I can see Anne is saying, yep. Hello, Jamie. Yep, yep. Wilson can as well. Yeah, awesome. So, and everyone can see the screen loud, see the screen clearly as well. Just want to make sure, just before we kind of go through here. So, yeah, you can do it. It's cool, cool. So, what I'm going to do today, guys, is kind of so we opened up Local Lead Examiner yesterday, which some of you guys on live may have seen, you may not have, you may have picked it up already. Some of you guys may not have. What I want to kind of do on here, though, is kind of just, rather than talk about the plugin, I'm going to show the plugin, of course, and talk about it. But rather than just talk about, hey, we launched this plugin, I want to actually explain kind of who we are. I can see Mark's already put, hey, go get us. So some of you guys may know me already, and David. But I want to explain kind of who we are, why we initially went ahead and created Local Lead Examiner, what the tool is kind of used for in our business, and ultimately how you can use it in your own business as well. And I also want to make it clear, because some of you guys may know myself and David Chamberlain, my business partner, already. But if you don't, just like the Squeeze Moby team here, we're really, really heavy on mobile. We own a mobile consultancy and a marketing company here in the UK. We've got over 1,500 local businesses using our platform worldwide at the moment. We're closing in on 1,600. And we focus solely on mobile in a lot of ways. But I just want to point out as well, this tool essentially can be used by any offline consultant. It's not just based on mobile consultants or mobile local marketers. It doesn't matter if you offer SEO, web design, social media services. None of that matters. This tool essentially drags in leads, from all of these different things. So I want to make that clear first as well. And again, it'll all become clear as I go through here right now. So on this webinar today, we're going to look at Local Lead Examiner, the actual tool in action. I'm going to show you one of our consulting sites, show you kind of how we use it on there, and again, show you the power of that. But also talk about, again, why this is so powerful and why we created it. And again, that big claim, how we've changed, lead generation locally. So we've cracked laid-back lead generation services, or lead generation, I should say, for almost all offline services. Now, that's myself there, Jamie, on the left, and David, my business partner, on the right. For those that don't know who we are, we, as I mentioned, run a mobile marketing company based in the UK, Done that for a couple of years now, disrupted the local mobile space here in the UK, also worldwide. And as I mentioned just earlier in the presentation here, we're closing in on 1,600 local businesses using our platform now and paying us. And again, I'm hoping that speaks volumes as to we kind of know what we're doing in this space. Now, when it comes to actually offering and selling, whether it's mobile websites, whether it's mobile loyalty, mobile coupons, social media, SEO, whatever, when it comes to selling, most are going wrong when approaching businesses. They sell and sell too hard. Now, there might be many of you guys on here live today that are doing these things right now and are already understanding this. So if you are approaching businesses right now locally, so you are going out there and you're cold emailing, you're approaching businesses, maybe doing mock-ups of mobile sites or whatever it is you're doing right now, we all know that businesses get sold to every single day. And I'm pretty sure if you've done any cold emailing or any campaigns or anything at all right now, you've run campaigns yourself as a local marketer that have done absolutely nothing or appeared to have created nothing for you. You've had no responses, absolutely nothing. And it seems like everything is always a waste of time when you're following these methods. And that's because businesses essentially get sold to every day. They're saying things always as well. There's loads of SEO companies out there. There's loads of mobile website companies, lots and lots of people selling these different things. And even if you can sell a better product and provide a better service than all of your competitors, which in most cases every single one on here live can do, because you're marketers and you understand marketing, you understand how to help businesses, you can offer a much better service and better product. Most businesses ignore it. Because, again, they get hit every single day. And essentially, you have to hit a mountain of no's just to get that one or two yeses. Now, the reason I'm saying this is we know this firsthand, and as I mentioned, quite a big number. We're currently over 1,500 users on our platform now, local businesses worldwide. And to get to that sort of number, we have a team in the office. So I'm sat in the office right now in the UK. Just outside of Manchester, and in the room next to me right now, we've got cold call salespeople making thousands of phone calls a week on behalf of our company. We've got VAs over in the Philippines and also in the office next door to me as well right now that send thousands of cold emails a week. And again, you may not be doing it on that level, but I'm pretty sure if you've been doing it on any sort of level, even just a few emails here and there, you've been reaching out to a few businesses, you've been running a few campaigns, direct mail, email, whatever, you probably get no's, and as many no's as we get. We hit more no's than probably anybody else, in our industry. And one thing we notice, and this is what it all boils down to here, one thing we notice when prospecting is our site traffic. And some of you guys on here, and most of you guys on here might not even be aware of this, but we look at this graph here, and there's no dates on here now, and it's just the way I've jigged this, but I wish they had dates on. But just to actually explain, this is the last week and a half, 2 weeks of our site traffic on one of our consulting sites, okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you this little graph here from Google Analytics and what these arrows are, these arrows are essentially pointing out where we've run campaigns. So we get as you can see, a pretty consistent level of traffic on our consulting site. So again, when I say consulting site, I mean, just to get a show of hands from those that are on live with me right now and with us, how many of you guys or gals out there have a consulting site right now? How many of you have your own website that essentially, talks about what you can offer businesses? How many of you got? If you type a yes into the chat box now, just so I can see who's got a consulting site, and I'm going to presume most of you had. Yes, Anne's got one. And if you've not got a consulting site, you've not got a website set up right now, for your business, type a yes into the chat box as well if you're currently setting up a consulting site. So yes, Wilson, Les has got one as well. So again, the majority I can see coming through now, lots and lots of yeses, have got consulting sites. Now, when you're selling anything locally, you can be selling mobile websites, which majority on here probably are, or mobile services. You could be selling SEO, whatever. When you are selling, whatever you're selling offline, if you don't have a consulting site, it becomes harder to sell. You've got to have some form of web presence. It doesn't make sense approaching a business saying, hey, I can help you improve your web presence. I can help you with a mobile website. If you don't actually have one yourself, it's kind of backwards, if you will. So everybody, if you're working offline right now locally, everybody's got a consulting site or everybody's working towards building one, which is important. Now, one thing you might not be aware of, and as mentioned on this graph briefly already, one thing we notice when prospecting is our site traffic spiked, as we can see here with these arrows, every single time we prospected. And when I say prospected, I'm talking cold emails, one of the easiest ways to prospect, and probably one of the ways you guys on here live prospect right now yourself. And as you can see, we've got consistent traffic on this particular consultant site. We've got a few different ones. And on the consistent traffic here comes from some of our SEO rankings, and we do run quite a lot of Facebook ads and things like that to keep the traffic consistent. But regardless of how consistent the traffic is, even if you've got no traffic consistently right now, every time you send a cold email campaign, or you run a direct mail campaign, or you give somebody your business card, or you do whatever to approach businesses with your services, which you're going to be doing every single week, you're going to get spikes in traffic just like we're seeing here. So we can see on this first red arrow here a big spike in traffic. And as you can see over these 2 days, this was over a 48-hour period when we did a big email campaign. And look at that, we've nearly, well, it's probably not double, but it's pretty much just under double the amount of traffic over those 2 days. The middle arrow here is the follow-up campaign to this email campaign. And then we've done another email campaign at the end here. I've actually hit this over 4 days instead of 2 and 3, and as you can see, we've spiked the traffic twice. Now, why is this important? Well, this is important because we didn't realize this at first, and going back to, just over 2 years now when we actually created our mobile marketing company, and again, I'm not sure where everybody's at on this particular session. I mean, in fact, just to get a show of hands, how many on here have already got clients? How many are just starting out? How many have been running for a couple of years? Type in the chat box where you're at right now in your business so I can kind of explain where we've come here. So how many of you guys are just starting out? If you type yes into the chat box right now, and then if you've been running and you've already got clients, type clients into the chat box right now. Let's see. Okay, awesome. So Mark, you've got just starting, but you've got 1 client, and you've got clients as well. Awesome, awesome. There's a few coming through as well that are just starting out as well. So again, everybody's cold emailing or has clients. Les has got clients as well. Awesome. So you're already on. Now, as far as that goes, one thing we noticed when we first started, and before we had any consistent traffic, was when we looked back at our analytics on our consulting sites, every time we ran any campaign, we'd have spikes in our traffic like this. Now, this is the most important thing you're going to hear today on this webinar, and hopefully this one discovery, if you will kind of make you look differently at your own consulting site. And the reason I say that is because every single time you do a campaign, when you get no responses, and everybody's done those campaigns, we run some campaigns sometimes, get 0 response, we'll run some other times and get some decent responses and quite a few responses, and it can be hit and miss sometimes. But everybody's run campaigns, cold email campaigns, advertising campaigns, direct mail, and have appeared to have 0 response from those campaigns. And most people chalk that off as a failure of a campaign and think, hey, there's no point in me running this anymore. I'm not getting anything from it. But what most people don't realize is when you do a cold email campaign and you send out an email to approach a business about selling mobile websites or whatever it is you're selling, however well written your email campaign is, if you've provided or you've mentioned your company name in that email, so if you've signed it off with your name and you've got your URL there, or if you put your URL into the email, or if you're emailing from an email that is your URL, so, Les at, or Anna, or Mark at, or Jamie at mobilewebsites.com or whatever, then businesses are going to check you out. Even if they're not responding to you, any business that's going to be interested or may be interested in what you've said in your emails will go to your website and check you out. They're not going to respond. They're going to go and check you out first. And again, most businesses know they need help. Most businesses do, but are too scared to actually ask for help in a lot of cases because they're scared to be hard sold to. Again, because some of you guys on here are already well ahead and you've already got clients, you've probably come across businesses where you've prospected, it can be selling anything at all, mobile websites, SEO, anything at all. And when you've spoke to businesses, more often than not, and you ask the questions, have you done any marketing or advertising already in the past? Are you doing any right now? The majority have been burned by somebody that hasn't delivered, a company that they've paid lots of money to for some super duper advertising campaign and got nothing from it, or a company that they paid thousands to build them a website and the website looks horrible. A lot of businesses have been burned. That's why we're here, to help. But again, that kind of hinders a lot of our prospecting campaigns and direct mails, cold emails, because a lot of businesses look at who we are and what we're trying to, again, approach with and think, well, I've already been burnt in the past. I don't believe this girl, or I don't believe this guy. And they'll go to your site and they'll go and check you out, but I will go and check the site out and see what they're all about. Now, your consulting site right now, if you're not using a tool like Local Lead Examiner, is a dormant asset. It's just an asset that, well, it could be an asset that's completely being unused. And again, we were going through the same situation ourselves. We looked at our site traffic and we'd see spikes like you're seeing on screen here. I mean, this is just the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We've fixed it. We've got Local Lead Examiner now. But going back, over the past 2 years, we've run so many campaigns, we've approached so many businesses, had so many spikes in traffic that we've completely wasted by not looking in a deeper way on our consulting site. So what we decided to do, we decided to create a tool that transformed our sites, and that's where Local Lead Examiner came about. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to stand out from all the other competitors right now in your areas and all the competitors we were against. So if you're selling locally or if you're selling nationally, internationally, whatever, you have competitors right now. If you sell mobile websites, there's hundreds of thousands of other businesses, probably hundreds in your local area that will sell the same thing as you. If you're selling SEO, you're talking millions of competitors right now selling the same thing as you. So there's loads and loads of competitors. And essentially, we all have the same sorts of consulting sites. I'm going to talk about and show you one of our consulting sites in a moment, and I bet it's pretty similar to what yours is at right now. And what we wanted to do is get more out of our consulting site. If we're getting traffic to our site like this, and I'm not talking about the consistent traffic here, forget this consistent traffic. Even if you've got zero traffic right now, every time you prospect, you're going to be getting these spikes every single time. So if we're not taking advantage of that, we're missing opportunities to close business and close clients. So that's what Local Lead Examiner essentially helps you do. It allows you to take advantage of the traffic you're working hard to generate. If you're putting together, a campaign, a big email campaign to go after restaurants this weekend, or if you're putting together a big direct mail campaign to go after all the dentists in your area, or all the plumbers and electricians or whatever, if you're putting the time and effort into that, you need to make damn sure that you're going to get something back from that. And just relying on them responding isn't enough. You need to make sure that if they go and check your site out and they check out who you are, which the majority will do, and we can see from the spikes we've just seen, it happens in huge ways. The more you prospect, the more people will check your site out. If you've nothing on your site right now, if you've nothing there to take advantage of that traffic, you're wasting your time and efforts. And that's why we created Local Lead Examiner. So what is Local Lead Examiner? Well, Local Lead Examiner is a website grading and analysis tool. Okay, now we've all seen these. You've probably used them on other people's sites before. We have. You'll be showing a business owner how they can improve the site. You're checking a business owner's site on a website analysis tool online. All the authority sites have them. But hardly anybody who has a consulting site has one. So what we decided to do, we thought, what a great idea to create a website grading tool, just like the ones you see online, but the one that we control. If we go to somebody else's site and use their grading tool, they collect that lead, okay? Which you don't want to happen. You don't want to be sending your clients to, or potential clients to, somebody else's site. And we see that all the time. People linking to these website grading tools that are controlled and basically owned by other people selling the same thing as you. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to create a tool that allowed us to basically put our own interactive website grading and analysis tool on our website. So basically we place this on our site and it allows businesses that we're prospecting to use it by themselves. Businesses use it and get value, and then the power for us is we collect all the leads in the back end of our website and we can then follow up with them. So to give you a scenario, and I'm going to show you how it all works in just a second. To give you a scenario here, we send out a cold email campaign where we're selling mobile websites, or we're selling SEO, or whatever we're selling. We're doing this big campaign. We do a whole cold email campaign. We send out hundreds of emails. Let's say, for example, we send out 200 emails. Let's say half of those people, which is not unheard of, generally you might even find it will be more, half of those people, 100 of those people you've just emailed, click on your website and check you out. Now, if they check you out and you've just got the same website as everybody else, the same sort of content, which everybody does, then, again, they're just going to throw you in the same bucket and the same pen, if you will, as every other mobile website seller or SEO company in your local area. And they'll probably click back from your website, never get in touch with you. And again, you'll know this firsthand. If you're getting traffic on your website right now, how many times are people actually inquiring? Not many, because they just throw you in the same bucket, leave your site, you never hear from them again. You never get any responses, so you have no idea if people read your email and if he even considered what it is you've sent over. Now, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to take advantage of that. So we send out a cold email campaign. These businesses that then check our site out, we entice them to use this tool. Rather than look at our website, read about our company, and then get in touch and we'll quote you, rather than that, which is too aggressive, and businesses don't do that anymore. They don't want to do that. They're scared of being hard sold to, as already explained. Rather than do that, we give them a reason to give us their details, to show us intent, but at the same time get value from our site. So we entice them to use our website grading tool. And entice them to basically check out their own website and check out where they can improve on their web presence. Now, this allows a business to do it themselves, and that's what this tool does. So they don't need us to do it. They don't need, we don't need to be on our site, or we don't need to speak to them. They don't need to contact us to do this. That's the key point. Businesses can do this in their own time, in seconds, as I'm going to show you. But the power for us as consultants or as mobile marketers or local marketers is that every single time a business uses our tool, we collect those details in the back end. And that is what we like to call a super lead. If somebody, a business, is using a website grading and analysis tool to check out how they can improve their website presence, that is a super lead. That is somebody showing major, major intent that, hey, I'm interested in improving my web presence, or why would they even use your tool? I can see that I need to improve my website because of this. And again, we're getting super, super hot leads through this because business owners don't know we're collecting those leads. They just think they're testing their website, but we get to see who's testing it and how. And Local Lead Examiner essentially makes this really, really easy. So what I want to do now, guys, I want to make this all clearer and show you how easy and how awesome this tool is, and essentially show you how this works on our on live sites. So what you're seeing on screen right now, I just want to make sure, guys, everybody's still with me. You can see on screen now, you can see our consulting site, Flex Mobile, on screen. If you just type yes in the chat box, I just want to make sure you've got the same screen as me there. If you just type yes in there, guys, I'm just going to, yep, Brad can see, yep, Mark as well, cool. Okay, so this is one of our consulting sites. Now, we have various consulting sites for our business because we've got different services we offer. So we use different styles of consulting sites. And this was one of the first consulting sites we set up way, way back a couple of years ago. Now, a few things I want to point out before I show you the tool. Now, I'm willing to bet here, guys, if you're offering mobile website design, I mean, let's get a show of hands. How many on this webinar right now are offering mobile website design? The same as what we're offering on this site. If you type yes into the chat box, Anne's offering it. And I bet most of you are offering mobile website design on here. Yes, we're getting some yeses. Carl's offering it as well. Les is offering it. Yes. Now, the reason I asked that is, so again, guys, there's not just yourself offering mobile website design. And as you can see on our website here, if you offer mobile website design yourself, I'm pretty sure on your own consulting site, you've got some very similar content to what we have. Okay, so, we've got our homepage here. We've got a bit about what we can do, a few images, why go mobile. I'm pretty sure on your consulting site right now, you have some form of article on why people should go mobile. An educational article. We've got an about us as well, so we've got a bit about our company here. We've got mobile website design here. What is a mobile website? We've got mobile website portfolio. I bet right now these are similar pages, similar types of content to what you probably have on your own site as well. And if you're offering SEO, you probably have some similar things, why you should SEO your website, and here's some SEO portfolio examples. And what I'm trying to point out here, guys, is that's great. Those are the types of things you want to be having on your website. but there is nothing that makes you look any different or makes you appear to be any different from anybody else. So going back to the example again, you've just done a cold email campaign, or say we have, and a load of businesses have come and checked out Flex Mobile. They've come and checked out our consulting site. The problem they're going to get is they're going to come and check out our consulting site here. They're going to click around a few of these tabs and look at a few of these and have a bit of a quick read. And they're going to think before, because again, as we've just clearly seen on this webinar, you know, we're all marketers. We're all selling the same thing. We're all probably using the same types of content as people are clarifying in the chat box. So again, they've seen this before. There's nothing different on this site to what they've probably already been pre-sold. And again, they look at it, think, I know all about this. I don't need this, or I'm not interested in this, or this looks like another one of those companies that you know, promises the earth and never delivers, blah, 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 even though we're not. But we'll just throw you in the same bucket as everybody else. Click back, leave our website, never to be seen again. Okay? So that's the type of traffic we want to be taking advantage of. So what we did is we create Local Lead Examiner. We place it on our website. So we've got the test your website here. So when businesses come on our website, rather than seeing the random, you know, the usual links and pages of content that we see everywhere, they see the test your website. Huh, what's this? Click on the test your website. And again, when you use this tool on your site, guys, it's a WordPress plugin. So when you put this onto your site, it takes all of a few minutes literally to set up. You install it, activate it. You can place it onto any page or post. On this particular site, we don't do it, but on other consulting sites we have with this tool on, we also, you know, put graphics in the sidebars and all over the site as well at the bottom of all pages that basically say, hey, come and test your website. Because what we want people to do, we want people to click on this and come into our website grading tool. And as we can see, it's here on page. Because every time somebody uses this, it gives us a lead, as I'm going to show you, because we collect the data. And not only that, anybody that's going to go to the effort of testing their website right now, just as I'm about to show you, you know, they are showing super intent. You know, why would you test your website if you weren't interested in improving it? Which is why this tool is so powerful. Now, what we've got here, we've just got a bit of content that I've got on the page here. So want to analyze and test your own web presence, want to find out how you can improve it, enter your website address into the box provided below, and let our interactive tool analyze your web presence in seconds. Now, our tool, Local Lead Examiner, so you can put any content you want above it here. So you can have a big sales page if you want of why people should test. You can put graphics up here, whatever you want. But this is the power. So we've got our website box here. So I'm going to type in our URL. So I'm just going to put Plugin Beast in, which is one of our companies, just to show you as an example. So say I'm a plumber, I'm a restaurant, and I've come to your site, restaurant owner, and I want to test my restaurant. So the restaurant owner is going to put their URL in there. They're going to click Get Report. Now, in a matter of seconds, we get Generate Report, boom, no less than what, 3 seconds? No more than 3 seconds, I should say. And we've got a report on pluginbeast.com. Okay, we've got a report right now on this particular URL. So I'm a website, a restaurant owner. I've come on here, I've tested my restaurant website. Bang! Our tool, our interactive tool, has done the report for them. We don't have to do anything. Us as the owner of this site can sit back. This is automated. It's automated lead gen on your site. And again, if you don't have one of these on your site, you're really missing out on some golden leads. Now, we've tested this. So what our tool does, it'll go and it'll basically analyze whatever website's put in there, so pluginbeast.com, and it'll go and analyze all of these things. So it analyzes SEO things such as meta descriptions, keywords, site titles. We've got domain authority. The big one here, mobile optimization. And what it will do as it's analyzing all these things, index pages, sitemaps, Google Analytics, WordPress, if they're running WordPress, is your version up to date? Page size, how fast is your page loading? H1 tags, alt tags, all of these really, really important things. What we're doing is we're scoring them out of 0 to 10. 0 being horrible, 10 being good, 5 being okay. Now let's look at this one here, which we're all interested in, mobile optimization. Your page does not seem to be mobile optimized. Pluginbeast.com, one of our sites, isn't mobile optimized. It's just a holding page. It probably should be mobile optimized, but it's not. But again, we've picked up it's not mobile optimized. 0 out of 10. Okay? Now, we don't just give a score here, so we do score it. Okay? So down the bottom here, we've got your site is average. You can improve it in several ways. But what we're doing is every time we're scoring, we're giving them a description of if it's good or bad on their site. So we've got the mobile optimization here. You may want to look into mobile optimization. Then we've got a link here, and this link goes to moz.com. So moz.com we link to a lot of articles on their blog by default. And the reason we do that is because they're a great authority and they have lots of articles based on all of this information here, so businesses can find out why it's important. But let's not forget one huge thing here. They're grading and analyzing their own web presence by themselves without us having to do anything, completely automated, and it's on our website. We're still on Flex Mobile. You know, at the bottom of here, we could have a big call to action. You know, you've had your analysis. Why don't you get in touch with us and we can discuss your analysis? Blah, blah, blah. A huge, huge tool, and it all happens in a matter of seconds. Now, the beauty of this tool is when you do these cold email campaigns, as we've explained, you go through and essentially you run these campaigns and you get people checking out your site, you get people you know, finding out more about your business. They've now got something they can use to actually see if you can help them. They're curious. Any business owner is going to, you know, be curious. Well, look at this. I can now test and see what's up with my own site without having to get in contact with anybody. And that's a huge, huge thing, and that's what this tool does. Now, let's not also forget with this tool the power of competitors as well. What we find a lot of business owners doing is they'll come on, they'll test their, they'll essentially test their own website, but then what they'll also do, they'll also test the competitors' websites as well. So we also gather leads on competitors. So where we follow up with leads that of businesses that do test this, we can also follow up with competitors as well and say, look, you tested, you used our tool to test your website. And when we found this in the past, when competitors turn around and go, I didn't use your tool, we explain, oh, it looks like one of your competitors has used the tool. Do you want to kind of find out what they found out? Do you want to see what the analysis is? It allows us to generate two different types of really, really hot leads and open conversations with businesses like never before. So this is what it allows us to do. Now, here's the key thing. Every time a website address is popped into that box and tested, just like we've done here, in the back end of Local Lead Examiner, okay, so just in the back end of our site here, if I go to the query logs, you can see here, it gets collected. Okay, so everything gets collected in the back, and I can see there's been quite a few people testing this already today. We've got some probably businesses testing as well down here. I'm looking at a few bits and pieces. What have we got here? So, Property Photo. Is that a property photo company? I'm not sure. Southern Cross Chiropractic in Australia. So we've got businesses testing this, so they've tested twice. But as you can see here, every time a URL is popped into the front end here to be tested, we automatically gather it in the back end here. This is absolute gold, because now what we can do, we can go and follow up on all of these businesses. Now there's some here that have been tested that are not real webs. You know, we're not going to follow up on yahoo.com or fiverr.com and things like that. But any real businesses, Southern Cross Chiropractic, we've got Digital Info Gold, Property Photo, Paul Formica, there's Mobile, Esther Crump, you know, all of these different sites. We can now look at these and open these up and check out who they are. We can then approach these and say, hey, you've used our site, you know, to analyze your website. You know, do you want to talk about the results you've had, and can we help with anything? Can we give you some advice? These are super hot leads. They're showing major, major intent. Now, we go a step further here. Okay, so not only are we collecting all of the URLs, every time a URL is typed into the actual test box, it's collected automatically for you in real time. Now, what we also do is we also go for names and emails as well, because collecting URLs is great, that's one thing, but if we can go a step further, okay, so if a business owner tests their restaurant website, or if a plumber tests their plumber website, or a chiropractor, or whatever, and they test their website, if they navigate away from this page, so if I go and click on, you know, mobile website design, I click away, and then I come back to this page, this report's going to be disappeared, and they're going to have to do the report again. So what we have down at the bottom here, we have a big call to action, and this is built into the tool as well. So get analysis of your report via email. Enter your name and email, get your analysis. What we basically do here, we've got a capture. Okay, so if a business runs a report and then thinks, hey, there's quite a lot of information to take in here, I would like this report sent to me via email. I'd like a bit more detailed analysis. You know, you can change this message, get detailed analysis, want to find out how to improve this, enter your name and email. You can change this message. They enter their name and email, get your analysis. What happens then is in the back end, and none of them on this page have done it, but I will go through now and we'll have a look. If I click through, so we've got 56 leads captured here. As we can see, we're starting to get names and emails, okay? So we're names and emails of people that want autoglassdone.com, Dave's Deals at gmail.com. We've got a potential auto glass company there and the actual owner of that business potentially that's entered their name and email because they want more information. Talk about the hottest leads you could possibly get on your consulting site. If you don't have a local lead examiner on your site, you can't get leads like this. Perf Hypnosis. What else have we got on here? Cloudchasers.us. Partysaver.com. We've got HansonShows.com, Dixie Host, Madwire Web Design, Madwire, CrazyMobileSite.com. But again, Autoglass Done, Dave's. We've now got an email we can follow up a business, and we've got a business owner here saying, hey, I've tested out my site, I want a detailed analysis. Or you can change the message. You know, this message could be, need some advice on any of this, and you name an email. They pop that in there, get you analysis, you collect them in the back end. You know then this particular business owner has basically used the tool. Not only used the tool, you can see the website they've used it on, you can see the score they got, you can see how many times they've run it, you can see when they did it. So you can follow up with them and say, oh, you did it yesterday, I can see you've tested it a few times. You can see the top one here, curiousmarketing.com. They've run 2 reports. You know, let's go on to page 3 here just to show you. Every time it's run, we collect reports. We've got one here. Somebody's run our own website, flexmobile.co.uk. It's been run 6 times. We're collecting more leads down here. And me at the bottom here, pluginbeast.com, through just demoing this, I've run it 10 times. If a business owner is, you know, if they're running a report more than once, you know, that's even more intent. If you've got a business owner who essentially is running a report on their website more than once, you know, they're showing some major intent there. So the power for you as a local marketer, a mobile marketer, and a consultant is you can turn your boring, lifeless consulting sites. And you know, let's not beat around the bush. You know, we've got consulting sites just like you. We've looked. You know, you can see one of ours here. You know, these are boring. They're the same as what everybody else has. Now, your site might be better designed than this. It might not be as good as design as this. Who knows? But you still got the same information on there. You're still providing the same stuff to businesses. What Local Lead Examiner does, our plugin, is it allows you to place your own grading tool, your own interactive automated grading tool onto your own website so that businesses can actually grade and analyze their websites on your website. And the power for you is you collect all the leads in the back end. So every single time a business uses it, every single time a business tests one of their competitor sites, every single time the tool is used, we're finding out who's using it in the back end. We're finding out who's testing the website. We're finding out how many times they're testing the websites. What type of page score did they get? Did they get a really high page score, or did they get a really low page score? So all of this information is gathered again in the back end, and that's the power for us as local consultants and marketers. Now, Local Lead Examiner takes less than 60 seconds to install and have live on your site. So if you pick this up, what you basically do, as you can see here, you can add this grading tool to any page or post of your WordPress site via shortcode. So this little shortcode here. So once you've installed the plugin, just as a normal plugin, you've activated it, all you need to do is literally add that to any page or post of your website, and you've got a grading tool working live on your website. You essentially control and you gather leads for. Now the settings area here, you can change you can set the max reports per hour. So essentially you can stop people testing the same URL or testing lots of URLs at once. This stops people spamming the tool. Okay, you can set that higher or lower, it's up to you. By default that's 10. We've got button designs here as well. So we've used that button, but you can change the color of the actual button here. Okay. The reason we do that is so that it matches any designs of your website. You can also control all the different elements as well. So we've got the button label and your website URL input. So you can change the text inside there. You can change the text on the button. So you could be, you know, grade your website or analyze your website now, or go, or whatever you want. So you control all this. You also control the opt-in box on the actual plugin as well. So when we run a report here, we'll just run the report again real quick. Okay, so as you can see, really fast for any business, takes less than a couple of seconds. You can control how this box looks as well. So you can control the title there, you can control every single aspect of it. The opt-in title, the button on there, get your analysis. So again, we've just gone with the standard get analysis of your report via email, get your analysis here. You could change that to, get in touch if you want advice. Want some advice? Enter your name and email below. Get some advice. Whatever it may be, you can have a stronger call to action than we do. You can place that opt-in form above the report, below it, as we've got it, both, or you can even take it off. You don't even have to, pop in that opt-in form there. You could take that off. And again, because this is on your website, you can build around this tool. So you could put graphics and big call to actions at the bottom of the tool here. You could maybe write some content, on all of these different elements here and explain them below the tool. So what all of these different elements mean. And by default, again, we provide all of these descriptions, and we link to authority sites. So we link to moz.com articles a lot. We link to like WordPress here. We link to like Google Analytics and things like that. And we do all that by default. That's all pre-set up, so you don't need to do anything. And the reason we do that is so that we're not just spitting out a load of numbers that mean nothing to a business. Ultimately, as local marketers, mobile marketers, whatever we're selling, what we don't want to do is just fire out a load of numbers that mean nothing. So what we like to do is provide content and authority links in here so that, again, we're giving relevant value to businesses as well, which is really, really important. Great question from Mark. What's to stop a site owner to thank you for tips? He just tells his web designer to fix based on the report. Yeah, that could happen. But again, what we've got to look at here is, and again, I don't think that's ever happened with us, to be honest. If a business owner is testing their own site, they probably don't have a web designer that's very active, because if they had an active web designer, they probably wouldn't test their site in the first place. But again, we never have that problem, and ultimately what this tool's all about, it's not about, closing business owners right there on the website. It's about allowing your consulting site to actually go to work for you. If you spent a lot of time designing your consulting site, if you are currently designing your consulting site and spending time building it up, or you've paid a lot of money to outsource that and build that up, then you want to make sure it's actually working for you, and that's what this tool is designed to do. So it's not a case of it just being on there and it's going to, close business owners for you. It's just an easy way for business owners to use, and then if they want analysis, they can enter their name and email. But even if they don't enter their name and email, as we've seen from the query logs in the back end here, we still collect every single URL that's tested. And again, I'm sure there's someone live here. We just had 2 more tests here. Maybe it's a couple of guys live on this webinar right now, but you can see in real time, we've just collected 2 more URLs, 2 more leads. So again, guys, really, really powerful. And this is how easy Local Lead Examiner is. And the beauty of this is if you go on all of your competitor sites right now, you go on your competitor sites, you look at what they've got on your sites, I guarantee you won't find any other businesses essentially doing this. So it gives you, again, something something you can actually go out there and push proactively. Now, that's another thing I wanted to talk about as well. So that's how the tool works, really, really powerful. The other thing I wanted to talk about is we have that tool on our site, and throughout this particular session so far, I've talked a lot about how it kind of takes advantage of your hard work. It takes advantage of your hard work putting your consulting site together. You've now got a reason for people to use the tool on there. But also, when you're putting together big campaigns, cold email campaigns, you're putting a lot of time and effort in, it's also making sure you get more out of those. On the flip side, the other thing we do as well is you can proactively go out there and get leads with this tool, because one thing we do a lot is we'll email businesses and we'll show them the tool. We'll email a business and say, hey, we've just launched a brand new website grading and analysis tool on our website. And we've launched this tool because we want to give back to local businesses and allow you to grade and analyze your own website yourself without the need to speak with anybody. If you want to check it out and test your website, here's a link to our site to do that. And we often send those out. And again, when people come back and click that link and come and test their sites and you mark them off against people you've emailed, it's perfect for follow-up. Absolutely perfect for follow-up. It's a really, really powerful tool. So it's not just about, taking advantage of all the traffic you're currently getting in your consulting site. And think about that as well. I mean, while we've been on this live session right now for 45 minutes or so, how many people, businesses have you got on your consulting site right now? How many businesses are checking out your consultant site right now and are just about to leave it, which you could have captured with this tool. So again, don't forget that point. But again, not just taking advantage of the traffic on your site, you can also use it with lead gen as well and actually proactively email businesses to say, look, we've launched a new grading tool, you can come and use it and test your own website to see if there's any way you can improve yourself. Again, the beauty for us is we capture all of those details. So guys, that's basically what Local Lead Examiner is, and the power of that, and ultimately as well why we created that initially. We saw spikes in traffic. If you're running Google Analytics yourself and you're running lots and lots of cold email campaigns, go and check your Google Analytics right now yourself, and you will see traffic on your site. Now is the time to stop wasting that traffic and use the tool just like Local Lead Examiner here. A very unique tool. Remember, none of your competitors have got access to this. You've got to jump on everybody else locally. Use a tool like this to take advantage of the traffic you get on your site. Start pulling that in. And again, what you can then do is pull in leads that you would have never been able to pull in essentially before. So guys, that brings me to the end of what I kind of wanted to cover on here. I know if the Squeeze Mobile team are on here as well. What I would like to do is, again, is cover a few questions. I know that Gian as well wants to kind of talk about bonuses that the Squeeze Mobile team have got together. If you do go and grab this, I mean, as I've shown you as well here, we've got an amazing tool, a tool that once it's on your site is working for your business every single day. You know, you don't have to do anything with it. Once it's set up, it'll work on your site automatically. So again, you've got the power of that on your site. But I know the Squeeze Mobile team have put together some bonuses as well if you do want to grab it via their link, if you've not already. Their link is at the bottom there in the blue as well, for those that haven't, which is squeeze.mobi/lead exam. So if you do want to check it out, guys, and you haven't already grabbed this, go via that link now, because I know that's the Squeeze Mobile link there, and they've got some awesome bonuses. And if Gian wants to jump back on in just a second, I'm sure he'll be able to talk you through. But has anybody got any questions relating to this tool right now? Anybody want to run anything that I've just shown you and anything you would like to run past me? Fire those in the chat box right now. I'll be more than happy to answer some of those for you.
Hey, Jamie. Cool. Awesome.
Hey, Gian, how are you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, while people are coming up with some questions as well, it might be worth you just running through, you know, some of the bonuses you've got lined up for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
Yep, absolutely. We'll do that. Can I grab presenter from you for a bit here? I'll just pass it back later. All right. All right. So while you guys are, you know, coming up with questions, thinking about questions, let me just share my screen here for so that I can present our bonuses. You know, our bonus package that we prepared. And again, guys, if you want to get the Local Lead Examiner system, the buy link is in the chat box. Squeeze.mobi/lead exam. All right. Just a quick check here. Can you guys hear me and see my screen okay? And I can do a quick run through over bonuses while you just ask your questions. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat box, and Jamie's going to come back to that in a bit after I go through our bonuses. All right, so here we go. Squeeze Mobi's special bonuses. Just let me. All right, just let me clean that up for a bit. Oh well. No, just presentation over here. I should start over here. There you go. All right, so Squeeze Mobi bonuses. Well, we did prepare a special bonus for you guys for today. So we just added these today. So a mobile outsourcing guide, a Squeeze Mobi's very own mobile outsourcing guide. So this is it's an ebook PDF version. Basically, it's an outsourcing guide ebook where you can, where we'll teach you how to, hire candidates for like $2 to $5 per hour. And, the system is very easy, very simple. And, there's a lot of ways where you'll be able to outsource all of the stuff there with Local Lead Examiner, right? You have that follow-up tool where you can gather all the emails and and the websites. That's where you can get that, grab that, and then follow up with a VA. Use a VA, hire a VA to do all the follow-ups for you. All right, and then another special bonus number 2 is the mobile marketing presentation. It's going to be centered on mobile. So when you have that very hot or super hot lead, you can send this over, or you can present this, and we'll tell them why they need to have mobile on their site, and what your services are, and you can basically brand this yourself. You can change up over here, you can change up the names, and your logos, you can add it in there, your URL, and that's basically what you need to do. All right, that's the only thing you need to do, and then just present this to your prospect. All right, so that's our 2 special bonuses that we've added for today. So we just added that up today. So those are really cool bonuses that work well with the local lead examiner. And then, of course, we're going to add in, of course, our bonus package, the Facebook lead gen ads. So I'll do a quick run through of how those look like here. So these are not just lead gen ads. These are not just ads. These are, general graphics that you can use. You can post on Facebook. You can basically post it anywhere. You have these graphics, just to get those people to get interested and get an audit on your website. So you can use this as Facebook ads. Post this on Facebook. Even post this on your site or anywhere you want to post it. Put it up in like flyers or something. You can absolutely do anything with these images, and others are niche based here. If you want to target the specific niches, so you got gyms here, and then you got restaurants, locksmiths, nightclubs, pizza, steakhouses, and then the audit script here. If you want, while you're prospecting, you'll have that script there. Just copy and paste. You can let your VA do that and send it over. And bonus number 3, lead gen adds the PSD version, so you have a template for that. It will be easy for you to change up some of the text there, change up the background image, basically have full control of the image that you want to post, to put in your website, to put in Facebook, or to share on other social networks. And then bonus number 4, the social mobile marketing class script. So again, a script that you can add value to your services. You can explain more, where you can explain more about social media and the mobile marketing to your prospects. And bonus number 5, follow-up email scripts. So these are scripts that you can use to auto close sales for your clients. So when you do the follow-up, when you have collected emails and contacts there with the tool, then you can use this follow-up script. You use this follow-up script. You let your VA do the follow-up scripts, so it will be easy, and you don't have to worry about anything there, because you just have to copy, paste, and change up some details there, like your name, your company, and your phone numbers, email, return addresses. And bonus number 6, so more done for you local ads, targeted local ads or images that you can use. You can substitute these in the PSDs. That's going to work well too. And then some Facebook cover photo pack just for a value add. You can use this. You can give this out for free to prospects for some value added. Some value added to your services. And then bonus number 8, the local restaurant telemarketing pack. And if you're targeting restaurants and you're doing some telemarketing as well, if you're doing cold calls, if you're doing some cold call follow-ups, this is the best pack for you. It contains scripts and swipes that you can use. So that's a total of 10 bonuses for you guys if you get a local lead examiner at squeeze.mobi/lead exam. And that is, we're only giving away bonuses to 50 buyers, and we're down, throughout the launch, we're only going to give away 50 All right, we're going to give out 50 bonuses, and that's only going to be available until launch. So whichever goes first, the 50 or the launch. I mean, if the 50 runs out, then basically that's it. If the 50 runs out tomorrow, then if you get it the next day, if you get local lead examiner the next day, then you won't be getting any bonuses. So yeah, that's our bonuses for local lead examiner, and then two new bonuses that we've added for today. All right, so I think Jamie, there's a bunch of questions for you here, which you can I think you can go back and answer.
Yeah,
Thank you,
cool.
man.
Yeah, if you, I'm just having a look now. I don't know if I can see the chat box. Um, um, uh, yeah, I can't see the chat box on here. If you put the chat box on your screen, or can you read them out, or make me the presenter so I can just
Okay, yeah, we'll throw you back.
have a read
Presenter,
through
there
those.
you go.
Yeah, I've got that. Cool. Okay. I'm just going to fire through now, look through some of the links, some pages. Okay. Yeah, question actually about the OTO as well. So it's important that I explain what that is, and there is an upgrade. So basically, what I've shown you live on this session today, on the again on our website, and again everything I've shown you on this session today, you get all of that for the $27 on the front end. Okay. Again, and we may be raising the price in the next couple of days. So again, keep an eye on that. But you get everything in the basic version on the front end. Now, you will be met with an upgrade offer, and this won't be for everybody, but I will explain what the upgrade offer actually covers. Now, the upgrade offer we created for those that kind of want more control over the actual tool. So how you've seen the tool on this session is the version you get on the front end. And again, you do not need the Pro version or the upgrade version I'm about to explain now to work the tool. Okay, I just want to make that 100% clear. The tool, everything you get, I've shown you on here. However, we have got a Pro version, and the Pro version basically allows you to control more of the tool. So these read more links here. And we had a question, actually, a couple of questions in the chat box about can you control the links and where these links go. They currently go to the authority articles on moz.com and WordPress and things. And again, can you control where these links come from? You will need the Pro version of this tool, the upgrade, to control these links. By default, you are going to get it just like this. So we've already pre-done all of this for you, so it all works as you see here. But if you want to control where these links actually go to, you will need the Pro version upgrade. Some of you may not want to do that. That's fine. It works as is. But if you do want to control these, you need the Pro version. Now, to control these, the benefit of obviously doing that is you can actually keep people on your site. So these will go to moz.com. But if you want to, have, say, for example, the mobile optimization scoring here. If you want to then say you may want to look into mobile optimization and this read more link, rather than that go to moz.com, you could have that go to your mobile website design sales page, okay, on your own website. So we could link that link up there to what is a mobile website page, okay. So again, the Pro version will allow you to control those read more links. The Pro version also allows you to test 3 other things as well. So right down at the bottom here on the alt tags, in the Pro version, we actually also test social media links as well. So the tool will go and find and see if they can find social media links on those websites too. So it'll look for a Facebook page link, Twitter profile link, and a Google+. So it will also test for that as well on the Pro version. So those get added. And lastly, you can actually control all of these elements. So you can control which it actually reports. So if you don't offer SEO and you don't want the tool to report on these SEO things at the top and these tags at the bottom, you can turn these off in the back end of the tool as well. So you can actually control what it reports on. You could even just make this mobile optimization. So, hey, use our tool below to see if your site's mobile optimized. And again, you could just leave the mobile optimization one. okay, and delete all the rest or uncheck all the rest, and it will only deliver that one. And again, you could link that then to your mobile website page. And this will also check if the site's responsive as well, so it will check both. So the Pro version, which is the OTO, and I hate to call it an OTO because it's, you know, it's not a one-time offer, it's an upgraded offer. But again, that's the Pro version. You do not need it to use the tool. You do not need it to have this tool working on your site. Everything you're seeing on screen right now is the basic version, so everything works as you've seen. But if you want to control these read more links, you want to add social media link analysis in here as well, and you also want to control or have the ability to turn off what it reports and turn on what it reports, you will need the Pro version of the tool. So that's just to answer that question. We've got a couple of other things included in that upgrade as well, such as we provide you with content for all of these. We're also providing training as well on how we follow up with businesses that use the tool. So again, it's not going to be for everybody, but if you're interested in that, you can check that out. But you will need to grab the basic version first anyway. Are we planning to make any updates, improvements in the future? That is a great question, Les, and one I was about to address. Yes, of course. If you've, I'm not sure if, again, Les, in your case or anybody else that wants to know that, has ever bought any products from us in the past or has been a follower of us in the past. I know some on here may have. We take all of our software products extremely seriously, and we're consistently updating and upgrading our products. So if you've got any feature requests or anything that you say, oh, it'd be cool if the tool did this, we take those on board. And if we feel that we should add that to the tool, we feel it's going to be beneficial to everybody that's using the tool, we fix it. And again, or I should say we add the feature. Any bugs that are found, anything at all, we've got a full development team. So yes, all of our software, in this included Local Lead Examiner, is completely 100% supported. Updates and improvements will come in the future as and when we add those to the tool. And again, if you pick up the tool today, and while we've got this on launch at the moment, you will get free updates for life. So you won't be charged if we add any extra features or anything like that. They'll be included. Okay. Yeah, Les has asked, I have a responsive site. Will results from Local Lead Examiner be responsive as well? The results, yes, the question answer is yes, it will report on responsive sites. And also, when you're displaying this on your site, and here's a tip, you always want to display this on a full width page, okay? Because you want to make sure there's enough room for this to all fit on. If you display this on a closed down a page with a sidebar, it's going to squash all this down, and it's not going to deliver as nicely on the page. So as a word of warning and as a tip here, when displaying this on your website, so when adding this to your site, make sure you add it on a full width page. So just change, I mean, in your theme you'll be able to change the actual page template. Just change this particular page with this grading tool on to full width. It delivers it much nicer. As you can see, it's delivered it in a very, very organized fashion on my page here because this is full width. And this isn't a responsive theme either, guys. This is just a standard theme from Studio Press. So just to make that clear as well, guys. Okay. Any more questions? Okay, I'm just looking through now, see if we've got anything else here. What's the cost of the OTO, the Pro version? The current cost of that is $47 to upgrade. Again, you do not, it's not just the Pro version. You do get all those Pro features I just mentioned. But also included in that price is full video training on how we follow up with people that use the tool, how we proactively go after people with the tool. We're also providing, I mentioned before, we send emails out to get businesses to use the tool. We're going to provide you with 2 golden email swipes we use for that. So you get those as well. And again, all of these read more links here. These go to articles on moz.com. So on the Pro version, you can control where these go. So you can have these go to pages on your own site. In the Pro version upgrade as well, we also provide you content on every single one of these. So we've already pre-written articles on all of these things, just like those articles that appear on moz.com. So we provide all of that content to you as well. So you don't even have to create anything. We've essentially done all the work for you. So the actual upgrade offer, there's so much value in it. There's so much included. Again, if you pick up the front end anyway, which you've got to do anyway, and you've got a working tool there, and you can use that, check out the video in full on the actual upgrade page, and I go through on that video exactly what's included, so you see absolutely everything. But some huge value, some huge value. We're finding that most people that have picked up Local Lead Examiner already are upgrading to Pro because the Pro's got some really cool features. But I do want to make it clear again, guys, you do not need the Pro version to use this tool. Everything I've shown you on this webinar live right now is the basic version. Okay, I just want to make that that clear. Les, great plugin. I'll be using this on my website very soon. Awesome to hear. And again, Les, once you pick this up, if you've not already, or even if you have, this can be live on your site. And anybody you know, watching this live, watching the replay, this can be live on your site within 60 seconds from now. If you click on the link from the Squeeze Mobi team here, pick this up right now. Once you've downloaded this tool, literally 60 seconds from now, this can be live on your site. You don't need to do anything. Once it's installed and activated, just add that short code to any page or post on your website, and the tool is fully working. So even if you're a bit technologically, you know, you're a bit of a technophobe, I suppose the word is, don't worry. One click, install, and it's done. You just add it to any page or post, essentially, that you want. Okay. Okay, guys. If anybody has any more questions, I do want to point out as well, you can obviously ask the Squeeze Mobi team, you know, hit up the Squeeze Mobi team. I'm sure they'll be happy to help. But also, you know, we are open as well. You can email us directly via our support email, support@pluginbeast.com, if you do have any questions. You know, if you've got any questions before buying or anything like that, let us know. If you've already picked this up and have any questions, we're on hand on that email if you do need us. But that looks to be pretty much all the questions I can see here. Okay.
Yep. Cool,
yeah,
Jamie.
that looks pretty much it.
Thank you very much, Jamie, for coming out here today. All right, guys. So, yeah, I'd just like to ask, you know, do a rundown here. Who's in? Just let me know. Let us know who's in. Just give us an "I'm in" the chat box, just so you know we can check and see how many of our bonuses are left. So, all right. So Kelvin is in, and I think Les is also in. Anne is in. Carl is also in. Yep, Les is in, and then Kelvin. And then I think there's another one here earlier. Eric is also in, so that's awesome, awesome, guys. So now this is a very, very powerful tool, Jamie, that you introduced us to, and really, you know, it's a very, very good way to get those super hot leads, like you said. You know, very, very wonderful, very easy to use. In fact, you know, very, very simple to install. You know, just have a short code and then it's there, and also also very easy to use. You know, for a user, just direct it to them. I mean, you know, just direct you know, your prospects here, and then, you know, let the tool do the work for you, basically, and let them do the work for you. Let the prospects do the work for you. Awesome, really, really, you know, an amazing plugin, an amazing tool here you got here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on anyway. And I hope again I've opened up a few ideas and a few things for your guys as well. So thank you for having us on.
Awesome, thank you. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, David. Thanks, David and Jamie. Really, really appreciate you guys coming out here today, you know, and your time. Also, really appreciate all of you guys and the whole Squeeze Mobi community who's out here today. Really appreciate your time. And, yeah, any last-minute questions, guys, before we wrap up the call? And, so, you know, just make sure that before we wrap up, we got you guys all covered. And, yeah, support email. So I think support@pluginbeast.com if you have questions.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions or I know there's quite a few already picked it up. If you know, you have any questions or you need any help, just fire an email to that email and we'll pick that up and take care of you there. No problems.
Yep. Also, if you have also other questions, you can hit us up on our support desk, Squeeze Moby. That's squeezemoby.zendesk.com. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. So yeah, let me know if if this is a wonderful call, for you. Let me know if you learned something new today, guys. So just making sure here that we had a fruitful session today. So again, thanks David and Jamie for coming out here today and giving us a very, very good training session. And yes, she learned a whole lot more today. Cool. Cool. It's awesome and fantastic. All right. So any more questions, guys? Celeste, very good training. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it. If you need anything from us, guys, just let us know, and we'll try our best, to deliver. And yep, I think that is it. So I think we're ready to wrap up the call. So again, guys, thank you, David and Jamie. Also to the whole Squeeze Moby community, thank you very much for coming out here today.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys. All right, so I'll just, so again, thank you very much, and we're gonna see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much.